All right, I think we're good to go. There we go. What's up, everybody? It's Debo here. We're gonna talk about an interesting subject today. I don't know what I'm gonna call the video log of this one. I think this is 12 or 13, but some things. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I just want to talk about now. I don't support cheating. I don't support botting or anything like that. But I'm just gonna talk today. Now I'm not gonna show anybody off in their hours on the leaderboard because I don't want them to get under suspicion or just going on a crazy witch hunt. But I just wanted to put some things into perspective for people out there. Okay, season has been out for about 5 weeks, which is basically 35 days, 840 hours possible if you played nonstop. If you were only to get 6 hours of sleep a day, only 6 hours, and the rest of the time you spent playing Diablo, you would have basically, let me see here, that's 210 hours out of the 840. So, you wondering, how'd you get those numbers? Well, I mean, of course, you got 5 weeks times 7, that's 35 days. 5 times 7, 35 days. Times 24 hours in a day leaves you with 840 hours. So basically, even if you only slept 6 hours a day and you played nothing but Diablo, the most amount of hours you can have possible right now is 630 hours. That's if you sleep 6 hours a day and you play nothing else but Diablo. Now, when you hear that, you're like, oh, well, Debo, that's kind of crazy. Only 6 hours of sleep every day. You play nonstop. You're playing, you're basically, I'm trying to think, 24, it's basically 18 hours a day of Diablo straight. Like, how's that even possible? Well, I don't really think it's not unless you're account sharing, but even account sharing or botting, it's really not allowed. My crazy thing is, I wonder, and maybe you guys can leave the comment section here, at least if I was going to cheat or do something like that, wouldn't you kind of figure you wouldn't do it so obviously? And I can't say all those people did, but that's just going to cost a lot of shade on you. Like, one of the craziest things I've been noticing is that, when you think about it realistically, you can't sleep 6 hours a day for 5 weeks straight and only play Diablo. Maybe if your parents let you. But for the most part, I wonder if Blizzard. I really at this point I don't think Blizzard's too worried about it or they don't care. If they stop the botters, great. If not, I'm kind of over it because I kind of just don't care anymore. But I talk about the stuff because it's interesting to talk about, and we're talking about things that are going on in Season 4, but it just seems like every season it gets crazier and crazier. Through Seasons 1, 2, 3, you see some guys with a certain set amount of hours. People weren't that bad, but it seemed right around end of Season 2, beginning of Season 3, when people just started really noticing that, hey, no one's really stopping me for botting, and this guy who hit rank 2 in Season 1, and again, I won't name names, this guy was botting all the time, and, he didn't get caught, and he's still ranked high. So I think we've gotten to a point where I think a lot of people are doing it. And the crazy thing is, at least you would do it more in a, conservative manner. So let me say, okay, well, fuck, I don't want to bot today because, I bought it the last couple of days straight, 8 hours, 9 hours here. What's my average right now? Okay, last 35 days, okay. Okay, I got 400 hours game time. Great. But when you start pushing past 630 hours of gameplay already, that means you're averaging less than 6 hours a day of sleep, and you're playing the game 18 hours a day. And realistically, I don't know if anybody can take that seriously. And some people say, well, Debo account sharing. Well, it's still not legal. Not that it matters, and people always say, well, who cares about leaderboards? Who cares about the making things legit? My only argument is this, because a lot of people say what other people do don't affect me, and that's very much true. My whole point I always try to make to people is this. If you're going to spend development time to develop a leaderboard system, and I tell people we don't really need a leaderboard, or we can just have something where it's like a little mini ladder, nothing too serious. And I said they need to focus on making new characters and making more acts. If you're going to develop a system, you're going to spend development time to make this leaderboard, make all these different rankings, and have all the stuff and these achievements and all the stuff that basically is going to be the end game, which is seasons. You need to govern or monitor it. You need to enforce the rules and stuff like that, because basically you just wasted development time for a system that can just basically be abused and used of how everybody else is. I mean, would it not make any sense, like, if you, like, here's a good example of bad, I think, of bad development or bad things that should go on. You guys remember when the Jade build used to be really crazy back before Greater Rift systems came out, and there was a lot of things that plagued the Jade build. Sometimes the dots were critting, sometimes they weren't. The overall survivability of the build, how well it does, you know, when you have a lot of mob density and how you don't, the different set piece bonuses and things of that nature. And as time went on, they made a lot of good improvements to eventually make the Jade set a very solid set for the Witch Doctor. Unfortunately, in one patch, they nerfed the Spirit Walk, and it basically killed the whole entire build, and they really didn't renovate it and push it to the next level. Now, I know they're going to fix that for next season, but my whole point is this. Why would you spend a lot of time developing something when you're just basically going to undermine it later? It's like you wasted all that development time in doing something. You should have just basically been focusing on something else or crossing your T's and dotting your I's elsewhere. And the whole thing with the leaderboard system is, well, if you're not going to basically punish people for doing this kind of stuff, you just kind of need to make it apparent, like, hey, if you guys want to bot, if you guys want to use Turbo HUD, do it. Because then at least everybody can have the same advantages, and we all can just bot, or we all can just Turbo HUD it up, and then we can just be like, okay, well, fuck it, if everybody can do it, everybody can do it. It's kind of like with the whole snapshotting thing this season, when people are snapshotting certain effects that are not supposed to be snapshotted. It sucks, but it's still in the game, and everybody can use it, and they're not banning on it, so you just got to use it. I mean, I know you may not like snapshotting and stuff like that, but I mean, it is what it is, and you just use it to get ahead in leaderboards, which sucks, you know. But I mean, they're not banning for it, they're keeping it in a season, and if they want to fix it next season, that's perfectly fine. That's how it should be. But I'm just saying, if you ever wonder about leaderboards, or you get a little depressed, or you wonder why you can't rank up, just look at some of the player hours. Anything that's pushing 630 hours right now is suspect. Like, anything over that, that's absolutely absurd. Now, some of them could be legit, some could just be account sharing, but still, all that stuff falls in the guidelines. This stuff is crazy. And maybe you just don't care, and that's perfectly fine. I guess my bigger issue is it's just that people are going crazy about the shit. People keep posting the forums, and it seems like the large amount of the player base do care about this shit. And it's just crazy that they're not really doing much about it, and they always dance around the subject. But, you know, then again, Diablo doesn't generate the sales as such other games like Hearthstone and, you know, Heroes of the Storm. I mean, could you imagine in Hearthstone if they uncap the gold limit and let you just basically get as much gold as you want? The reason why in Hearthstone they put a gold cap limit is because in general they don't want people just sitting there botting on accounts so they can get a lot of gold, so they can just buy a bunch of packs, which basically makes it so Blizzard loses money. So the funny thing is, when it's involving money or something along those lines, that's when Blizzard will seem to monitor it. Now, Heroes of the Storm is a little bit different. I don't know if people bought that game yet, but I mean, at the amount of gold that you get, I would definitely see people botting that shit, even if it's just versus bots to get some, you know, get gold. Just so that they can buy all the champions they have, so they don't have to spend actual money. But like in Hearthstone, I heard they had a big botting epidemic. I don't know if they have that anymore, but I know ever since they capped how much gold you can get a day, I'd imagine that would alleviate some things. Talking about capping stuff, I think they all should cap the Paragon levels in seasons, because that's getting a little bit crazy. I don't know how to fix the botting problem, but the only thing I could say that could fix the botting problem or alleviate it is just cap Paragons. Cap Paragon maybe at 1,500. Maybe 1,200, something like that. I think that's perfectly fine, and maybe shorten the season from 4 months to 3 months. I think that would be perfectly fine. So basically, if you hit the max Paragon level, then the only thing you got left to do is just try to push groups and shit like that, get your gyms higher, then basically just, you know, farm rips until you get perfect rips and you beat out everything. But I think 1,500 Paragons more than enough. I don't think we need to go beyond that, because once you go beyond that, it's just basically, it encourages people to bot and do other crazy shit just to try to get ahead. I don't know. I don't even think people really bot for Paragon. What they really do is they bot for the greater Rift keys, so that when they're online, they can just focus on Rifts, and when they're offline or when they're going to sleep and they turn their bot on, they're just getting keys. So I don't know. Maybe you have to do something with the keys. Make it so that the keys, you need to do something or input something in order to get your key. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But, well, me, if I had a control, I'd just spend the money on it and just go around and start banning people. But, you know, Debo's old school. That was just a funny thing to me. I did run into some interesting topics because I was looking around, because, you know, I'm always looking up the season stuff. And this is one thing I wish Diablo fans would stop. They really need to analyze what they put on their front page. Like, they had a rank 1, 4-man 82. Now, every time I see this, I click on these videos because I noticed ever since I noticed some other videos of certain players, they get downvoted a lot, and I can kind of come in and just look at something. So I'll go ahead and look at this ranked season 1. And immediately when I noticed like the comments are disabled for this video and it's thumbs down, and I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, why is it already? I mean, what? I mean, these guys are just fishing and they're doing their stuff. And I don't. You know what I think? I think some people they try to get high ranks because they think they can stream on Twitch and get a lot of viewers or blow up their YouTube or they'll become famous, and it's just really not worth it because, like, at least if you're gonna cheat, you got. I mean, it's like kind of an insult to the people who cheat and actually do it well. This is terrible. At least do it in a way where people can look up your numbers and statistics and be like, oh, okay, they did legitly. Like, okay, this is, crazy. But these guys are high ranked. This is like a level 82, and Blizzard's not going to do nothing about it. But I was like, okay, well, let's investigate a little bit more. And they start talking about things. How legit is Rift Clear? Well, there are on leaderboards. And this Demios said pretty straightforward. I see DL fans doing a John Wing by Hope unintentionally featuring and congratulating botters. Don't you find it a bit strange to disable comments in their video? Yeah, I find it a little bit strange. These guys got caught out and blown up on Reddit so much they had to make a second post of all the criticism. And if you're wondering what the fuss is about, here's the post. And basically what happens, one of their users inside the group, Mousepad, has 711 hours played this season, which means he's averaging 22 hours a day, which means he probably would be dead. So he's either account sharing or he's botting. What is even more suspicious is how many hours he had last season, 1,645 hours, which is 21 hours per day for more than 3 months. Yeah, that's suspect. So if that guy's inside your group and then people trying to be like, oh, well, we don't benefit. I'm like, yeah, he's in your group. You're guilty by association. You got to be careful with the people you know about, especially only if they only get caught when they make these videos on YouTube and they try to stream it on Twitch or make these posts on Reddit like, we cleared this level. And what makes it worse, Diablo fans put that shit on front page. I mean, do a little research. Look into the videos. See if people do legitimately. Are they using Turbo HUD? Are they saying anything? Because you don't want to support this notion. Because basically all this video is going to do is just basically make people feel that this is a justified way to play the game and do stuff. And it carries over to other games. And you just do not want to pick up the epidemic of just doing whatever it means to get ahead. Because it will hurt you in life and it'll hurt you in a video game. I know we're not talking about those two things specifically. Well, talking about the real life thing specifically. But I'm telling you, like, my big belief is people who cheat and do all that kind of crazy shit will do whatever they got to do in real life to fuck over shit. But, I mean, I don't know. You guys can see it's on Diablo fans. It's on the front page. And then they have a link to the, let me see here, rank 1 season thing. And then basically, they're just basically talking about everything and how it's going on. And then one person tried to say I wasn't aware of Mousepad's hours played. I mean, like, you kind of should know better, like I said. So my big thing is every time somebody tries to hit rank 1, they post it, and like 80% of them, maybe even to 90% of them, at least the ones in groups or whatever, there's always some fucked up shit going down. And the king that crazy me out is like, when it gets featured on either battle.net or Diablo3.com, which I don't think they do really, or they post there, or they get featured on Diablo fans, and this shit got to stop because this is just going to perpetuate the cycle of people thinking it's okay to keep doing this kind of stuff. But I mean, that was my main thing I just wanted to talk about. Like, I guess if people want to cheat, at least just be smarter about it. Like, people, I mean, you could do the calculations. Okay, well, shit. Let me make it so I got 8 hours of sleep average per day. And let me make it so I look like I'm averaging 10 hours a day. Okay, if I'm averaging 10 hours a day, then, what's the correct, how many hours should I bot? Like, people just don't give a fuck anymore. They just fucking let that bot program run crazy. So I hope Blizzard looks into it. If they don't, who cares, right? It is what it is. That's how I feel. I just play the game to hit my goals and do my shit. Like I said, by end of season, Paragon 1000, greater level 70 clear. But I'll probably try to push higher than that. But I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention, man. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys feel. I think it's funny, if anything. I'm at a point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, things are always going to be unfair. Whether it's like if you're making videos or making content, hoping your shit gets featured on Diablo fans, if you're trying to do things and help out the community. I mean, certain people get ahead than others. I mean, it's just like the real world. Some people get luckier than others. Some people can cheat and get ahead of the people. It's more about who you know than what you know and what you do. I mean, this is normal. I hate to say it nowadays with life and in everything in general. It's just how things have just basically accumulated because people are so thirsty to get that attention and get out there for the fame and stuff. Other than that, man, a couple things in the forum, nothing too crazy. I mean, they keep talking about the cheaters and the botters and stuff, and people just This makes me kind of sad that they buried this post so much, right? And they get tired of seeing so many forum posts about it. You shouldn't get mad if somebody keeps making posts about botters and people that are cheating. Like they gave this guy 42 berries, 42 thumbs down. He's just being honest. You know, you should be getting mad at Blizzard. But people just seem just not to give a fuck, which means I think most people are just botting now. So it is what it is. I mean, they don't fix it. Eventually, Diablo will have his downfalls, and people just be like, "Hey, man, that game, everybody just fucking cheats. What's the point?" I know I installed PoE again. I'm gonna be playing that up a little bit again in combination with Diablo. Diablo is just pretty much just at this point just farming, getting Paragon levels, getting keys so I can make our temp runs. Like I said, I just want to go for 70. Stretch goal is 75. But that probably my 75 might be the highest of the season, and that might require a lot of Paragons. But 70 would be cool. 72 would be great. Top 50 would be awesome. Because I ain't trying to kill myself. If I really want to do all that, I'd bot and do everything else, but it's just not worth it. And plus, I'm too well known. They'll catch my black ass real quick. Like, why is Debo always online and he's not streaming? You know, I can't do that shit. Outside of all that, I did get my Hellfire Amulet done. I'll go ahead and show you guys it real quick. Did about 10 keys. I got about another 10 keys, so I could probably make another 20, but this one's a good one. Intelligence, critical chance. I gotta get the vitality to critical damage, and it got Pierce the Veil passive. I wanted Bad Medicine, because like I said, well, I don't use this combo when I'm actually running Helltooth, but when I'm reading Helltooth, I use Confident Ritual, Spirit Walk, Grave Injustice, and also Swampland Attunement, and I'd like that Bad Medicine for more survivability. But then again, I imagine there's some Witch Doctors guys at the top that probably use Pierce the Veil as well. Let's take a look here. I think one of these guys had to use Pierce the Veil. No, Spirit Vessel. See, the meta is it's just that Bad Medicine with that Esoteric is just so strong. Let's take a look at the next guy. One of these guys had to have Pierce the Veil. Grave Injustice. No, none of them are using Pierce the Veil. So yeah, I really don't need that Pierce the Veil. It makes me kind of sad, but I probably could use it to clear up to 70, which would be nice. Grave Injustice. Oh, well, yeah, Grave Injustice. No, everybody's just using that fucking meta, man. Ever since with the hero details, you can just see everybody's using the same meta. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep going until I get something other than Pierce the Veil, because Pierce the Veil eats the shit out of my mana. But then again, it's more about casting the firewalls. Swampland Attunement, that'd be a good one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep going back to the drawing board until I get what I need, man. And I mean that sucks, but it is what it is. Swampland Attunement. What did he give up? No Grave Injustice? No, he got that Grave Injustice. What is he not using that everybody else uses? Oh, he's not using Bad Medicine. Well, that makes sense. But, I mean, you guys get the idea. So, I imagine Witch Doctors will push to 75 by the end of the season once people got the Paragon. And like I said, if I hit 70, I'd be happy. 70. If I hit 70 today, that would automatically put me in top 20, which would be great. So that'd be good. So top 50 is my goal. Greater of 70 clear is fantastic. Like I said, I got that 66 down, so I was pretty happy about that, but that took me 96 attempts, and that was not really that enjoyable. But, I mean, that's just how it goes. Like I said, man, I'll make another vlog in 2 days. If anything happens before, then I'll post right away, but, I mean, seasons is going on. Yeah, I'm already starting to supplement other games. I know come November I'll be doing a lot of StarCraft stuff, so, you know, I'm going to be playing Diablo a little bit every day. Or every other day. Just maintaining, building my keys up, doing my runs until I get that greater of clear level 70. Once I clear 70, I'll probably be really done for the season. I'll make my videos and such for the Helltooth. But for the main thing is, I want to make a Helltooth bear guide, probably up next week, next Thursday, so look forward to that. I'll do it high quality like I usually do. And then I'll go ahead and do one probably for Carnival in groups, or maybe even solo, and I'll do one for Helltooth with Acid Cloud, showing it at 65+. And, I mean, that's just stuff to keep me busy, and also with the blogs. I mean, that's the stuff that keeps me doing all these blogs and stuff like that. Sorry it took a little bit long today. I just thought it was funny, all the shit going down. But, I mean, that's normal. We're used to it. This is the 4th season of Diablo. It's nothing we haven't dealt with before. I just like to hear you guys' opinions on everything. Like, you know, I just find it funny as hell. But, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys have been enjoying these vlogs so far, and I'll check you guys out the next time I stream or the next video upload. As always, I'm Debo, and I hope you guys have a great day.